anybody, physically or mentally. I shall strive to remove the misery of other to extents possible. I, in my life, will not cause any harm to anybody, physically or mentally. I shall strive to remove the misery of other to extents possible. I, in my life, will not cause any harm to anybody, physically or mentally. I shall strive to remove the misery of other to extents possible. Be blessed by the divine. Be blessed by the divine. Be blessed by the divine. Invocation for world peace. May the leaders of every nation intuitively attain divine realization, the boundaries of all nations guarded by a force common to every country. May all men live without rancor or fear, working for a living, all wars disappear. May the people all over the world find lasting peace which fills their mind. Be blessed by the divine. Be blessed by the divine. Be blessed by the divine. Invocation for rain. May the rain be copious and lakes, ponds, rivers, and wells brim and overflow for the welfare of all. May the rain be copious and lakes, ponds, rivers, and wells brim and overflow for the welfare of all. May the rain be copious and lakes, ponds, rivers, and wells brim and overflow for the welfare of all. Be blessed by the divine. Be blessed by the divine. Be blessed by the divine. May peace prevail within us. May peace prevail around us. May peace prevail all over the world. Peace, peace, peace. Rub the palms together. Place them over the eyes and then wipe the face gently with the palms. Raise both arms over the head. Take a deep breath and release it. Bring hands down along the sides and open eyes gently. Be blessed by the divine.
Be blessed by the divine, ma'am. A blissful meditation, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Be blessed by the divine. May the whole world enjoy prosperity, happiness, and peace. Be blessed. Dear Sky friends, I feel privileged to extend a cheerful welcome to you all to English Discourse organized by World Community Service Center IT team. Poverty is the base for humility and wisdom. That is why Prince Siddhartha renounced his kingdom and created around him a self-imposed poverty in becoming the Buddha. The Bible says, "Blessed are the meek." Normalcy and comfort are always taken for granted. Only deviations and discomfort leads to questions. The life of a guru is marked deviation. His nature was to question everything and introspect on every belief. His inquiry was centered around three important questions. Who is God? Where is he? How to see him? Number two, who am I? What is life? Where is life in the body? What are the reasons for disease and old age? And number three, what is poverty? What is the reason for poverty? And how to remove poverty? My dear fellow aspirants, please join me in giving our guest, Professor Shankari Naresh, the most cordial welcome to widen our vision on Swamiji's third question. Professor Shankari Naresh has graduated from Sharda College, Karur in Commerce. Did post-graduation in yoga from Bharatiyar University, currently pursuing a PhD in comparative study, economic principles of Vedatri Maharishi and Karl Marx. Ma'am started as a school teacher in the academic field, served as a principal in Bala Vihar Matriculation School, Male Pattampakam. Inspired by her husband, she joined Simplified Kundalini Yoga System for spiritual development and served in Sky Yoga Systems at Singapore and New Delhi for more than a decade. Currently Vision Coordinator for World Community Service Center, New Delhi, and Master in charge of Noida Meditation Center. We have such an inspiring personality for here tonight with us to give a speech. I now invite Professor Shankari Madam to deliver a speech on the topic, A World Without Poverty, Vision of Maharishi. Over to you, ma'am. Be blessed by the divine.
வாழ்க வையகம் வாழ்க வளமுடன். Be blessed by the divine. May the whole world enjoy prosperity, happiness, wisdom and peace. வாழ்க வையகம் வாழ்க வையகம் வாழ்க வளமுடன். Be blessed by the divine. May the whole world enjoy prosperity, happiness, wisdom and peace. May the blessings of Almighty and Guru Vedatri Maharishi be with us always. Happy to connect with you on one of the interesting topic, a world without poverty, vision of Vedatri Maharishi. Vedatri Maharishi is not just a spiritual guru. He has identified all the problems of the humanity today. Further, provided the logical solutions. That is the greatness of our Guru, Yogiraj Vedatri Maharishi, common man's philosopher. Before we get into Swamiji Vedatri Maharishi's economic model, let us look at the reality. Let me share the findings of Oxfam study on the gap between rich and poor. The top 10% of the Indian population holds 77% of the total national wealth. 73% of the wealth generated in 2017 went to the richest 1%, while 67 million Indians who compress poorest half of the population saw only a 1% increase in their wealth. There are 119 billionaires in India. Their number has increased from only 9 in 2000 to 101 in 2017. Between 2018 and 2022, India is estimated to produce 70 new millionaires every day. Billionaires' fortunes increased by almost 10 times over a decade, and their total wealth is higher than the entire union budget of India for the fiscal year 2018-19, which was at INR 24,422 billion. Many ordinary Indians are not able to access the health care they need. 63 million of them are pushed into poverty because of healthcare cost every year, almost 2 people every second. Yes, it is 941 years. It would take 941 years for a minimum wage worker in rural India to earn what the top paid executive at leading Indian government company earns in a year. Imagine how the gap is shaping up. It is not just at India. Let us look at some global data. A third of the entire urban population is living in slums, which are unsafe or unhealthy homes in a crowded city. For every 1000 children born, 39 will die before they turn 5 years old. Globally, in 2016, over 63 million children ages 6 to 11 years old were not attending school. Why we need to look at poverty? Do we need to bother about poverty in this world? Question to all of you. Do we need to? Sun is common to all. Air is common to all. And so all natural resources. Even coronavirus is also common to all. Can we deprive the natural resources and wealth to only some section? Let me quote the example shared by our Guru Vethathiri Maharishi while explaining analysis of thoughts, the first and powerful introspection exercise. A rich person staying in posh bungalow rolls in the bed after dinner. There is also a poor person who did not get any food for dinner. On the pain of hunger, he could not even sleep. He looks at the bungalow, thinks in his mind, I am suffering here. But the bungalow guy must be sleeping comfortably after full dinner now. Why is it so? When the poor guy generates such thought waves, it is not just going to stop within him. It radiates through universal magnetism, impacts the person staying in the bungalow, may result in stomach pain. It is not just to him, it is for every one of us. We are living in this world. If some people are deprived of basic amenities, not that everyone can live peacefully and happily. So, it is important to live in poverty-free world. Generally, we look at Vethathiri Maharishi as spiritual leader. He is not just spiritual leader. He is economist, political expert, scientist, socialist and psychologist. Reading through World Peace would help us to get various dimensions of Vethathiri Maharishi's vision of world peace. How Vethathiri sees poverty? There are 3 basic needs for all living beings. As all of you know, food and water, protection from change in climate, clothes and houses, provision for excretion from body. Poverty is the situation when society could not ensure these 3 basic needs for all living beings. Vethathiri says all natural resources are accessible to everyone. No one can claim as their property. Here, Vethathiri Maharishi, born in poor family, grown up in poverty, could not get formal education beyond third from. Joined the weaving activity with parents when he was 8 years old. All the schoolings I ever got was from 5 to 8 as a tiny tot. My parents bewailed their unhappy lot. Weaving cotton, then to me they thought. In this trade I did excel. I earned a modicum for my upkeep. On God and poverty I pondered well, and on human life as I did weep. Swamiji writes in the story of my life. As a boy, Vethathiri Maharishi was sitting in the loom during the weaving work at one side of home. Other side of the home is kitchen. Maharishi was busy in his weaving. Suddenly, he heard his mother was crying. He got surprised. He stood up from the loom, moved towards them. He saw their parents in some kind of distress. They were weeping. As a boy, he could not understand what was happening. He asked his mother, "Amma, why are you crying? What happened?" Mother said, "You came as child after our long prayers. But today we could not even give a meal to you. How big the sinners we could be." Father also hugged the boy, sharing the sorrow. Vethathiri could see that both of his parents are starving for long. After few minutes, Maharishi's mother stepped out, went to the neighbor's home, borrowed some porridge, telling that some unexpected guests have arrived. She gave it to Vethathiri, but he did not take it. He instead bade the parents to take first. Just to pacify him, they took just a sip. Vethathiri Maharishi asked the question to his mother, "Why is it we don't have any food?" They could not explain. Their answers were more or less evasive, just to satisfy him for time being. Vethathiri Maharishi was not satisfied with the answer. The question kept echoing in his mind. What caused poverty? How is one to be rid of it altogether? Vethathiri Maharishi realized answers for all those questions later. Economic equality is the solution provided by Vethathiri Maharishi for the same. Our Swamiji explained solutions both micro and macro perspective. Let us see the micro perspective first. Reasons for poverty at individual level. Number 1, not acquiring the skill set to match the need and time. 20 years ago, learning typewriting and shorthand would have earned a job easily. A person who earned top ranking in typewriting exam would have joined some job as typist. If he looks for any job now with the skill set of typewriting, he may not get any job now. He may need to learn some computer application to perform the job of clerk assistant. Thus, it's just simple example. Similarly, everyone needs to acquire skills to match the need and time to stay away from poverty. Laziness. Hard work is the key for prosperity. Let us take the life example of Vethathiri Maharishi. From poor weaver to mill owner, from wealthy businessman to world service citizen, journey is remarkable. Even at his old age, he used to remain occupied. Third one, lavish spending. Spending on unnecessary things is one of the major reasons of poverty. need to be mindful of any expenses. Maharishi used to say, one borrow only when he earn. When the earnings is stopped, the borrowing become bad debt. Tiruvalluvar said in Tirukural, incomings may be scant, but yet no failure there. If in expenditure you rightly learn to spare. Even though the income is small, it will not cause ruin if the outgoing is not larger than income. Let us use these three basic rules to overcome poverty as an individual. Now let us look at macro picture. Vedatri Maharishi attributes role of money as major reason for current economic situation. In one of the poem in Jnana Kalanjiyam, he writes, there was time when goods were valued by grains. Farmers were regarded highly. After getting the value of money, laborers were exploited in many ways. Laborers who collected good for rich become slaves. Las. Goods, factories, government, the three come under the ditches of the rich. Business started in barter system. Producers are one large segment. Consumers are another large segment. The facilitators were required to meet both these segments. Their role was to facilitate to reach the goods from producer to the consumer. Just imagine whether barter system should work today. If anyone is a producer of perishable vegetables and fruits like tomatoes, cauliflower, mangoes, grapes, etc., would he be in position to hold them for all seasons to exchange for their requirements? May not be possible now. So, evolution of money is understandable. It is a token of value. Unfortunately, the purpose was lost. Over a period, it has taken several shapes. Our Guru Vedatri Maharishi refers the current usage of money to the poisonous curtain. As per Maharishi, money is token of labor. He lists out the evils caused by money. The rule against morality. For the sake of money, people slip morality. Invading other countries. We have seen all the wars humanity faced, directly or indirectly. It is linked to wealth or economy. Living on the exploitation of the wealth of the other countries. The nexus of arms manufacturers to keep their wealth is resulting conflicts all across. Building hatred through the differences of slavery, poverty and color. If we analyze the reasons for difference, they end up at money. Basing self and commit 5 cardinal sins. Here, what are the 5 cardinal sins? Murder, steal, lying, drug and lust. Reasons for economic inequality. Inexperience in the production and facilitates of material. Simple example. When I was a child, I remember Yashica Kotak cameras. With the development of technology, I could not find any camera of Yashica. Why? Simple. not adapting to the technological development, ignorance in making and saving materials. We can quote n number of examples here. The amount of agriculture produce, what we make, how much we preserve, how much we waste. If we analyze properly and find the solution, the food shortage can be well managed. Accumulations of land, house, factories, business centers with the capitalists. The sun is common to all, the air is common to all, even the coronavirus is also common to all. But we draw boundary stating this is my plot, that is your plot. Is this justified action? Immorality in the individuals and politicians. Moral code and values are very important for every human being. Unfortunately, we tend to ignore the moral class in our schools. Generally, we blame politicians and rulers that they are immoral. Maharishi gives beautiful perspective. Leaders are selected by the people's mindset. If people expect to become rich in shorter time frame without hard work, they get such leaders. If people are compassionate, want to work hard, they get such leaders. Whenever it is not in sync, it results in rebellion, revolt. Then, whom to blame for our rules? Political leaders? It is we, public, our own mindset. Morality should be in culture, behavior from childhood. Parents are superheroes for any child. We need to behave morally, set example for our child. Then only the next generation would come powerfully. Production of luxurious metal. How much labor and materials are wasted on producing luxurious metals? We need to access carefully. If usage is limited, let us deploy the resources for welfare of mankind. Earnings more than enough by a few. Very evident from the Oxfam study shared earlier. It would take 941 years for a minimum wage workers in rural India to earn what the top paid executive at a leading Indian garment company earns in a year. The top 10% of the Indian population holds 77% of the total national wealth. 73% of the wealth generated in 2017 went to the richest 1%, while 67 million Indians who comprise poorest half of the population saw only a 1% increase in their wealth. Excess rent, tax, installments, profit, brokerage and other taxes, wastage of materials in unnecessarily rituals and wars. In the economic equality theory, Vethathiri Maharishi explains that exploitation currently happens in 6 forms. What are they? In government as tax, in investment as interest, in commerce as commission, in industry as profit, in agriculture land as lease, in residential home as rent. First, government and taxes. Everyone has to live on the fruit of his toil. It is an offense to steal the rights or happiness of the others. Government levy taxes to meet expenses in connection with the running of the administration. In what way of collecting taxes? Like bees sucking nectar without harm to the flowers. Soft approach. Like bugs drawing blood through painful bites. Harder manner. Here, Swamiji's view how to reformation of tax. Nationalization will help ease tax burden. Equitable distribution of profits from industries and business is bound to increase individual income. Excess over the limit of income of an individual become government revenue. The next one is investment and interest. Interest can be called easy income that tends to destroy the workers. Debts are thorns that ruin people physically or mentally. It is a sore on the face of economic disease. Borrowing should be done with awareness regarding the burden of liability and the mode of payment. The next one is business and brokerage. Business involves transfer of goods from places of surplus to where they are short supply. Today, everything except agriculture yields are traded through brokers. Brokers live comfortably on the income they make. The next one, industries and profit. Industries should be in the hands of cooperative societies. It helps avoid industrial disputes and strikes. Unfair competitions and a decrease in wage or profit can be avoided. Profits for establishment run by the government can be used for social welfare schemes. The fifth one, houses and rent. Rent is a form of levy collected from the tenant. Rent makes the rich even richer. This sort of a situation will ceases to exist when houses are taken over by the cooperatives. The last, sixth one, farmlands and lease. Lands are available in plenty when population sparse. Man used the surplus land for raising crops. Landlords who have laid claim over vast tracts of land lease it out to the poor tillers. Workers are exploited and deprived of their right in the name of lease agreement. World economic order needs to be changed. It does not mean snatch from rich, distribute to poor. That is not correct way. The rich are also human beings. When we say we should not hurt anyone, how can we make them suffer? Rather, it should be smooth process. Vedatrium does not advocate for making the rich to poor. It is not a revolution. Rather, it is collective awakening. Money alone is not enough to make the people live happily. There should be common purpose of sharing the materials equally and enjoying them. Hence, it is paramount important to increase the awareness amongst the people. Production of essential needs to be enhanced. Industries and welfare of workers to be developed. Marginal plan to administer the wealth by cooperative system should be adhered in. Finally, all the wealth should be nationalized. In order to implement all these, factories, land, house, transport, etc. should be reformed. Each, the capital of economic field, become common all over the world. Swamiji Vethathiri Maharishi has detailed his economic plan in prosperity of India. While writing preface, he mentioned that it is not just applicable for India. Any country in the world can implement if they want to prosper. Just close your eyes and imagine if all my food requirement is provided by society, all 3 times food till my death. All basic amenities are provided by society. Clothes, home till my death. Expenses related to my children, from education till marriage, are taken care by society. Should we need to worry for anything? Then all my activities work towards society only, isn't it? Then there would not be any poverty. This is what wished by our Guru Vethathiri Maharishi. Let us generate strong optimistic waves to get such a world without poverty as envisioned by our Guru Vethathiri Maharishi. With this, let me conclude my speech. Thanks for giving the opportunity to World Community Service Center, IT Directorate, to share the perspective on a world without poverty, vision of Vethathiri Maharishi, to strengthen our economy, strengthen mankind, to march towards trouble-free, peaceful world. Thanks again. May all of enjoy good health, long life, prosperity, happiness and peace. May the blessings of Almighty and Guru Vethathiri Maharishi be with us always. வாழ்க வளமுடன். Be blessed by the divine. Be blessed by the divine. Be blessed by the divine.
வாழ்க வளமுடன். Be blessed by the divine.
We are going to deal with the subject benefits of yoga.
Be blessed by the divine. Thank you, ma'am, for your excellent speech. Now the forum is open for discussions. Please click the raise hand button in your Zoom app to ask your questions. While we get ready for the questions, we have some important announcements. Practice Kaya Kalpa regularly and improve your immunity system. If not yet learned Kaya Kalpa Yoga, please visit kayakalpayoga.edu.in or download the Android app for further details. Recommend it to your friends and relatives. WCSC Vision for Wisdom is conducting online foundation courses and certificate courses in Tamil as well as in English. Please visit kundaliniyoga.edu.in to know in detail. Please refer your friends and relatives to join this course and let all get benefited by practicing our Guru's yogic techniques. Our monthly journal, Anbuli, is also available in Android app. Download the Anbuli app from the Android Play Store. Get access to the premium content of Swamiji's speeches. Connect with us on Facebook and YouTube at Sky Yoga TV to listen to all past speeches of our professors and various aspects of Sky Yoga. Karma Yoga principles of Vedatriam suggest donating 1% of income to the good causes of society. Be generous. Donate to the World Community Service Center. There are multiple channels to do that, either through Anbuli app or our official website, vedatri.edu.in. Just to mention, you would get Section 80G IT exemption as well for these donations. Now let us move on to question and answer session. Kindly click the raise hand option and unmute yourself. T.S. Rajaraman, sir. Can you please unmute yourself?
Yes, good evening, madam.
Good evening, sir. வாழ்க வளமுடன்.
Be blessed by divine. வாழ்க வளமுடன். வணக்கம். I am from Chennai, Palavanangal. My name is Rajaraman.
Yes, sir.
Sankari Naresh professor's speech on Vedatriam, poverty. Very, very educative, informative, and innovative. She talked like an expert economist, analyzing all the facts. My doubt is, in the initial talk, in the beginning, the professor mentioned that poverty is a condition where nature is not supplying food, shelter, and etc. basic needs. I want to know, the Almighty is providing all natural resources. Why it is showing partiality in not supplying all these basic needs? It's explained, madam?
வாழ்க வளமுடன், sir. So, good
Yes.
question. It is because of human error. No error in Almighty. வாழ்க வளமுடன்.
Thank you.
We do mistake. We blame the nature. But actually, nature, there is no mistake, sir. வாழ்க வளமுடன்.
Thank you.
Be blessed by the divine, sir. Neeti Subramaniam, can you please unmute yourself, please?
Hello, ma'am. வாழ்க வளமுடன்.
வாழ்க வளமுடன்.
Ma'am, I am Nitish from Madurai. Ma'am, this was a very impactful and powerful speech, and I really hope that we will achieve poverty-less world in the future. Now, my question is Vedatri Maharishi's economic principles, are they like communism principles?
Nice question. Thank you so much. வாழ்க வளமுடன். Vedatri Maharishi philosophy is not communist philosophy. He never say snatch from rich. Rather, distribute wealth as reward to work. I hope answer your question. வாழ்க வளமுடன்.
வாழ்க வளமுடன். Sandhya ma'am, can you please unmute yourself?
வாழ்க வளமுடன், ma'am. I'm Sandhya from Coimbatore. The session was very informative. Thank you, ma'am. My question is, to know about Vedatri Maharishi's economic principles, which book should I read?
Thanks for raising this question, Sandhya. வாழ்க வளமுடன். To know about Swamiji philosophy on economy, you may read the following books like World Peace, Prosperity of India, Vedatriya. You would get fair idea once you read this book. வாழ்க வளமுடன்.
வாழ்க வளமுடன். Any more questions from participant section? Be blessed by the divine. Thank you, ma'am, for patiently answering our questions and sharing your insights and divine thoughts. And Mr. APT Shankar, he has raised his hand. So, வாழ்க வளமுடன். வாழ்க வளமுடன். So, and I even thank the participant, Assistant Professor Shankar. You can unmute yourself, sir. Mr. Shankar.
வாழ்க வளமுடன். As you know, we can't unmute ourselves. If you allow us, we can unmute. Thank you for allowing me to unmute. வாழ்க வளமுடன். Shankari ma'am, what a great speech. My question is, there were two important teachings, I got from Vedatrium on, the work sharing. The first one was like, if we split our work, then we split our salary also. That way, the unemployment will go off. That's a big, huge, impact idea that I learned. The other one is, if everybody who can work, not the inabilities, but everybody who can work for just 2 hours, then we don't need anything else. Everybody will get food. The world will become sufficient. The question is, how about growth? How about scientific explorations? How about space program? We seem to be addressing the most basic in the economy through Vedatrium, but how do we address the huge programs, that leads us into space and things like that through Vedatrium? How do you see this growth factor in Vedatrium's economy? That's my question, ma'am.
Good question, sir. வாழ்க வளமுடன்.
Wow.
Work sharing, unemployment crisis solution. Yes, these are good solution for unemployment. We should explore whatever help mankind. So, all scientific explanation should be explored only. Used for mankind. How can I explain? Yeah. Used for mankind should continue, sir. I hope I answered your question. We need to do research, sir, actually. We need to make life easier. வாழ்க வளமுடன்.
வாழ்க வளமுடன். Any more questions? Ms. Malati Kotishwaran, can you please unmute yourself, ma'am?
வாழ்க வளமுடன். ஷீலாமா, ரொம்ப அருமையா இருந்தது. குட் ஸ்பீச் அண்ட் குட் பாயிண்ட்ஸ், ஆல் ஆர் சூப்பர். வெரி குட். வாழ்க வளமுடன், வாழ்க வளமுடன், வாழ்க வளமுடன். தேங்க்யூ ஃபார் ஆல்.
வாழ்க வளமுடன்.
வாழ்க வளமுடன். Thank you, ma'am. Here, thank you so much, Professor Jayalakshmi ma'am, for MC. Once again, thank you so much to IT team for wonderful support. Thank you so much. Be blessed by the divine. வாழ்க வளமுடன்.
Thank you, ma'am. Be blessed by the divine. Thank you, ma'am, for patiently answering our questions and sharing our insights. And thank you, participants, for your participation and your questions. Be blessed. It's time for us, dear friends, to express our gratitude. Let's come into Turiya state. Professor Naresh Sankari Naresh Madam, be blessed by the divine. A good health, be blessed by the divine. A loving family, be blessed by the divine. A divine service, be blessed by the divine. Let us bless Professor Sheila for conducting divine state meditation. Professor Sheila, be blessed by the divine. A good health, be blessed by the divine. A loving family, be blessed by the divine. A divine service, be blessed by the divine. Would like to extend our blessings to Sky Meditators for their kind donations yesterday. Your generous donations will help us a lot to serve the society. By the grace of divine, may you all enjoy good health, long life, enough wealth, prosperity, happiness, and peace. Be blessed by the divine. We are happy to bring the following online programs live from Arya Temple of Consciousness tomorrow. The program starts with 9 center meditation in Tamil at 5:30 a.m. Exercises English 6 in Tamil at 6 a.m. 9 center meditation in English at 7 a.m. 11 a.m. we have speech in Tamil on topic Panchakosangal by Professor Manjula Chennai. An evening session starts with a meditation in Tamil at 6 p.m. 6:30 p.m. re-telecast of morning's Tamil speech. 7:30 p.m. meditation in Malayalam, and 8 p.m. speech in Malayalam by Professor K.G.R. Panikar on the topic benefits of blessings. Please share the program, invite your friends and relatives. Let everyone take part in this spiritual journey and get benefited. We thank our beloved President, Arunidhi Padmashri, SKM Mailanandam Ayya, for his support and guidance. See you all tomorrow with another interesting session in Malayalam. Till then, be safe, practice Kundalini Yoga. This is Arunidhi Jayalakshmi from Arya World Community Service Center, TIT team. Let's conclude this program with World Blessing Prayer. May the world be blessed with plenty of rain. The farmers work to produce an abundance of grain. Let the practitioners of all trades prosper, flourish, and grow, and culture progress through the need to share and grow. Let the rules be beyond feelings of anger or fear. Illiteracy, poverty, and all evils made to disappear. Let the true lamp of knowledge burn steady and bright. Our sense of duty guide us, all paths always right. Be blessed by the divine. Be blessed by the divine. Be blessed by the divine. Good night, everyone. See you all tomorrow at 7:30. Be blessed by the divine.